She says she loves you, but what if her sober words are masking the truth her drunk heart is dying to confess? Tonight, I'll show you 6 questions to ask when she's had one too many. Questions that cut past her filters and reveal everything you need to know about her loyalty, her regrets, and your future. Welcome to the realm of Stoic love. To motivate us to make more useful videos, please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends. Remember to like and leave a comment. Whatever it is, your feedback will help us learn from you and grow. Thank. Now let's explore the wonderful things ahead together. Pay close attention, for I am on the verge of undertaking a profound act that may be seen as a betrayal of my own gender. I will guide you in the art of using alcohol to uncover the hidden truths that we promise to keep from men. These 6 questions will guide her to uncover truths she may not even acknowledge in her sober moments. Insights regarding other individuals, your own self, and the true intentions she holds for your shared future. Before I reveal these insights that have the potential to transform your relationship, I require you to accomplish 3 tasks. Engage with this channel, for it is a space where the truths of women are unveiled to those who are worthy of understanding. Embrace the challenge and hit that like button if you're prepared to confront some uncomfortable truths. Share your location by dropping a comment about the city you're tuning in from. I seek to understand the extent to which this truth resonates globally. In reality, alcohol serves not only to diminish inhibitions, it clears the barriers that confine women's true thoughts, allowing them to emerge freely. Inebriation clouds her judgment, impairing her ability to arrive at sound conclusions. She is unable to embody the version of herself that she believes you desire to witness. She simply states the truth. What was your first genuine experience of love? This inquiry appears harmless, yet it holds significant psychological weight. In moments of inebriation, she may disclose the emotional bonds that linger within her. She will articulate attributes in her first love that may not be present in you. She will acknowledge whether she remains in touch or has thoughts of him. Her body language will reveal whether she remains emotionally connected. The strength of this inquiry resides in its ability to circumvent her conscious barriers. In moments of clarity, women often reflect on their past relationships with prepared responses. They possess a keen understanding of what to disclose and how to present their past relationships in a manner that maintains the stability of their current partnership. However, alcohol undermines this meticulous facade. Observe her eyes when she's had a few too many, and you inquire about her first true love. When she speaks of you, does her demeanor radiate a brightness that is unfamiliar to you? Does her voice become more gentle, more compassionate? Does she employ terms such as extraordinary, profound, or remarkable? Terms she has yet to employ when reflecting on your connection. The insights gleaned from her intoxicated responses are of great significance. If she portrays an individual who is entirely unlike you, it may indicate that she is prioritizing stability over fervor. When she displays emotions or defensiveness, it indicates there are feelings within her that remain unaddressed. When she draws comparisons between you and him, even in a favorable light, you find yourself evaluated against the shadows of another's past. If she claims not to remember, yet proceeds to recount intricate details, she is likely attempting to shield both of you from an uncomfortable reality. The most perilous reaction occurs when she recounts her first love with a reverence typically reserved for discussions about those who have passed. When a woman reflects on a past relationship as if it sets the benchmark for all others, you find yourself not in competition with a living individual, but rather with a specter of the past. Observe the duration of her speech. If inquiring about her first love unleashes a torrent of memories and emotions, it is clear that those feelings have remained alive within her. If she brushes off the question swiftly, yet revisits it multiple times during the conversation, it indicates that it occupies more mental space than she is willing to acknowledge. Second inquiry. What is a truth you have yet to share with me? This is the essential question that reveals all truths. The underlying psychology is straightforward, yet profoundly impactful. Alcohol can create an illusion of relief in the act of confession. She has been holding on to secrets, and the blend of diminished inhibitions and emotional openness compels her to seek relief from her burdens. When you pose this question, you're not merely seeking information. You're extending an invitation to be her confidant. In her compromised condition, the liberation of honesty appears far more enticing than the weight of concealed truths. The drink persuades her that truthfulness will foster connection, even though the hidden truths may create distance. Observe her reaction to this inquiry. Does she avert her gaze right away? Is her laughter tinged with nervousness? Does she pause for a moment to gather her thoughts before responding? These indicate that she is tapping into knowledge she usually keeps guarded. The insights she shares in moments of inebriation reveal truths that illuminate the true state of your relationship. She may disclose her attractions to other men, whether they are past flirtations or present temptations. She might acknowledge emotional ties with colleagues, friends, or even your acquaintances that venture beyond acceptable limits. Financial truths frequently emerge when posed with this inquiry as well. She may acknowledge that she has spent money unwisely, that there are debts you are unaware of, or that she has made financial choices impacting both of you without your awareness. Yet the most profound truths often lie within our emotions. She may reveal that she has been feigning enjoyment of aspects of your relationship that she truly dislikes. She could acknowledge that she has been pretending to find contentment in your intimate life, your social life, or your life plans. She may disclose that her reasons for remaining in the relationship are unrelated to love, security, fear of solitude, societal pressures, or the reluctance to begin anew. The manner in which she presents her confession holds significant weight. If she reveals her secret with a sense of shame and a desire for change, it carries a different weight than if she shares it as something she's been compelled to conceal due to your inability to comprehend. The initial indication points to remorse and an urge to re-establish the connection with you. The second implies a sense of bitterness and emotional detachment. Third inquiry. Have you ever contemplated how your existence might differ alongside another person? Women who are sober will likely refrain from answering this truthfully, as they understand it could jeopardize their relationships. However, intoxicated women often find it difficult to exercise self-control. The inquiry delves into the aspirations they have been quietly cultivating in their own reflections. This inquiry uncovers her perception of you, whether you are her ultimate selection or merely a temporary alternative. It reveals whether she is contemplating other options or genuinely dedicated to creating a future alongside you. Most perilously, it uncovers whether she envisions particular individuals when contemplating different paths in life. In moments of inebriation, when her defenses are lowered, she may articulate vivid scenarios involving other men. She might bring up colleagues individually, speak of past relationships with a sense of nostalgia, or disclose her frequent daydreams of alternative life choices that exclude you. Her enthusiasm when exploring these alternatives reveals the considerable mental energy she invests in fantasies of escape. The wise response to this inquiry recognizes that it is natural for anyone to contemplate various life directions, while ultimately reinforcing that she has deliberately and fully chosen you. However, intoxicated women frequently disclose that their contemplations of what could have been are far from rare. They occur often, are thorough, and carry significant emotional weight. Pay attention to her portrayal of these different paths in life. Does she emphasize career transitions and self-improvement, Or does she concentrate on various kinds of relationships? Does she discuss the pursuit of adventure, success, or fulfillment? The detail in her fantasies reveals the extent of her contemplation regarding other possibilities beyond your relationship. The responses that raise the most concern are those in which she articulates emotional or physical connections with particular individuals. When she expresses her curiosity about what it might be like to be with someone who embodies greater ambition, romance, or excitement, she is not merely engaging in speculation. She is reflecting on individuals she is familiar with and drawing comparisons to you. Fourth inquiry. What is the most significant untruth you have ever shared with me? Alcohol transforms women into vessels of honesty, and this inquiry ignites the process. The burden of deceit weighs heavily, especially when one's defenses are diminished. She seeks to unburden her soul, believing that the raw truth found in intoxication offers a sense of emotional liberation. The truth she discloses in her inebriated state unveil her perceptions of your strengths and limitations. Minor deceptions regarding financial matters or polite untruths about your feelings towards friends are within the realm of control. When she discloses untruths regarding her emotions, history, or present actions, you uncover deceptions that strike at the very foundation of your relationship. Financial deceptions may appear less alarming, yet they uncover a tendency to make decisions without your input and conceal the repercussions from you. If she has been dishonest regarding finances, it indicates a mastery of deceit that may permeate other aspects of your relationship. Deceptive claims regarding her whereabouts or companions suggest that she is deliberately carving out room for pursuits or connections that she understands would trouble you. These deceptions frequently intensify as the concealed actions gain greater emotional weight. The most destructive form is that of emotional deception. When she acknowledges that she has been feigning emotions she does not possess or concealing those she truly feels. She may reveal that she has been masking her dissatisfaction with your intimate life, pretending to take pleasure in the activities you share, or hiding the reality that she is cultivating feelings for another person. Deceptions may encompass disclosures regarding her history that alter your perception of her identity or confessions about present aspirations that exclude your involvement. She may disclose that her thoughts have wandered to other men during your intimate times together, or that her dissatisfaction has lingered for a longer period than you were aware of. Observe closely the manner in which she reveals her deceptions. Does she appear to find solace in her confession, indicating a desire to mend the relationship? Or does she appear almost resolute, as if she has grown weary of safeguarding your emotions? The emotional tone of her confession reveals whether she perceives honesty as a means to foster connection or as a tool to establish separation. Inquire number 5. Which member of our circle do you consider appealing? This inquiry uncovers desires she would never confess while sober, as recognizing attraction to individuals within your social circle fosters persistent tension and discomfort. However, intoxicated women frequently disclose not only physical attractions, but also emotional ties that may jeopardize your relationship. The underlying psychology of this question reveals that alcohol diminishes the social awareness that typically inhibits individuals from acknowledging inappropriate attractions. In a clear state of mind, she understands that acknowledging feelings for friends, whether they are her own or shared with others, could lead to envy and distrust. In moments of inebriation, the fleeting satisfaction of truthfulness eclipses the potential repercussions that may arise from such disclosures. Pay close attention to her response to this inquiry. Does she identify particular individuals and provide thorough insights into their allure? Is she displaying enthusiasm or fervor when talking about someone? Does she indicate that she has contemplated this deeply, implying a continuous mental involvement with these attractions. The most perilous reactions arise when she articulates emotional bonds that transcend mere physical allure. When she speaks of someone being exceptionally humorous, an attentive listener, or deeply understanding, she is outlining the foundational elements of emotional affairs. While physical attraction can be navigated, an emotional bond with another person poses a significant risk to the stability of your relationship. Observe her body language as she discusses these attractions. Is her smile inappropriate in some way? Is she unconsciously touching her hair or lips? Does she avert her gaze while speaking of another as if her mind wanders to them? These unconscious behaviors demonstrate the extent to which these attractions dominate our mental landscape. The context of her attractions holds significance as well. If she finds herself drawn to those she encounters frequently, co-workers, neighbors, friends from her workouts, you are gaining insight into the persistent temptations that surround her each day. When she brings up individuals from her past, whether they linger on her social media or appear in her life from time to time, you gain insight into unresolved ties that may pose challenges if the situation arises. Inquiry 6. Consider this. If there were one aspect of our relationship that could be altered, what would you choose to change? Women who embrace sobriety respond thoughtfully to this question, understanding that relationships demand compromise and that perfection is an illusion. They may bring up small annoyances or articulate desires for enhanced communication or deeper romance in a manner that appears supportive rather than accusatory. However, inebriated women often express genuine thoughts that uncover profound discontent they typically conceal to maintain harmony. Alcohol strips away the barriers that shield your emotions, revealing often harsh truths about deep-seated incompatibilities or unsettling comparisons to past relationships. When she has indulged in drink and you pose this question, observe the swiftness of her response. A well-considered diplomatic response indicates that she has reflected on this question previously and possesses a secure answer at the ready. However, if she takes a moment and then proceeds to articulate a thorough account of the issues within your relationship, it indicates that these are thoughts she has been holding back. The most perilous reactions stem from her desire for you to embody the traits of a particular individual. When she expresses a desire for you to embody the romantic qualities of her friend's husband, the ambition of her co-worker, or the adventurous spirit of her ex-boyfriend, she is not merely offering vague ideas for enhancement. She is evaluating you against certain individuals who embody what she perceives as lacking in your connection. Pay attention to whether her response emphasizes changes in behavior or shifts in personality. Desiring more planned dates or frequent communication indicates a sense of discontent with the current level of effort being put forth. Desiring to be funnier, more confident, or more emotionally available indicates a discontent with your essential self. The extent of her intended transformations is significant as well. If she seeks small changes to enhance an already solid relationship, that is both natural and beneficial. However, if she expresses a desire to alter fundamental elements of your relationship, she is, in essence, indicating a wish for a different relationship with a different individual. Observe closely if she references the past or the future in her response to this question. Allusions to a time when things were better indicate a longing for a previous state of your relationship. Her references to what she hopes might develop indicate that she is remaining in the relationship based on potential, rather than her current satisfaction. Many men fail to grasp the deeper significance of these inquiries. It's not solely about the answers. It reflects her readiness to be truthful with you when she is vulnerable. A woman who truly values and honors you will share her honest thoughts, even in moments of inebriation. However, she will present that truth in a manner that safeguards your relationship and respects your emotions. A woman who has emotionally disengaged may either fabricate even more intricate stories when intoxicated, or she may disclose harsh realities, as she no longer feels the need to shield you from them. When a person ceases to prioritize your emotional health, candidness, fueled by intoxication, transforms into a tool for harm, instead of a gesture of goodwill. The true measure lies in the alignment between her intoxicated self and her sober self. If the woman who surfaces when alcohol diminishes her inhibitions is fundamentally the same individual you recognize when she's sober, your relationship is founded on authentic connection. However, if her intoxicated demeanor uncovers a person who is entirely different, one who harbors resentment, dreams of other partners, or feels confined within the relationship, you are coexisting with someone who has been acting rather than embracing their true self. These inquiries also uncover her regard for your relationship and for you as a partner. A woman who values your relationship will tread lightly around sensitive subjects, even in moments of inebriation. She will steer clear of comparisons that undermine your worth, refrain from disclosing information that could cause you unnecessary pain, and uphold fundamental loyalty boundaries, even in moments of compromised judgment. A woman who no longer holds respect for you or your relationship may seize moments of intoxication to voice grievances, draw painful comparisons, or disclose information that undermines your bond. The alcohol allows her to voice thoughts that linger in her mind, unspoken due to a lack of courage or the harshness of truth when sober. Significant warning signs in intoxicated discussions encompass frequent or affectionate mentions of other men, disclosing secrets that betray your trust, expressing remorse over critical relationship choices such as marriage or cohabitation, unfavorably comparing you to past partners or other men, confessing to attractions or temptations she is considering, and demonstrating a deeper emotional bond with others than with you. The overall pattern of her revelations holds greater significance than any single piece of information. A troubling response may suggest a fleeting problem or a lapse in judgment influenced by alcohol. However, various troubling responses to different inquiries indicate underlying issues regarding her dedication, contentment, and fidelity to your relationship. Observe her emotional state throughout these discussions. Does she exhibit sadness, anger, or resentment when reflecting on your relationship? Is she showing signs of relief now that she has the opportunity to articulate the negative emotions she has been suppressing? Does she seem more lively and enthusiastic when discussing others compared to when she speaks about you? The consequences of these discussions are equally enlightening. Does she reflect on her words and attempt to retract them, or justify her stance? Is she displaying any signs of discomfort regarding her disclosures and making an effort to provide you with reassurance? Or does she appear indifferent to the impact of her actions on your feelings or the potential consequences of the information disclosed? Understand that my intention is not to undermine your relationships or instill fear. I'm sharing this with you because it's important for you to understand your true position. A careless tongue reveals a clear heart, and if her inebriated heart is conveying messages that jeopardize your bond, it is essential to recognize that truth. Before you dedicate more time to someone who has already emotionally distanced themselves, consider these questions. If they show that she remains loyal, honest, and committed, even in vulnerable moments, then you can be assured that what you have is genuine. Her unfiltered truth reveals the depth of her love and respect for you and the bond you share. However, should they uncover deceit, allure towards others, or deep-seated discontent, you possess the insights necessary to navigate your future choices wisely. Refrain from wielding these questions as instruments of conflict or as means of control. Regard them as portals to reality that can illuminate the true nature of your relationship. The aim is not to ensnare her, or provoke discord. It's essential to seek understanding about whether you are forging a future with someone who is truly dedicated to that vision alongside you. Embrace the truth you uncover with the discernment of one who respects himself enough to confront reality, rather than retreating into the ease of falsehoods. When faced with harsh truths, keep in mind that pain is fleeting, whereas the slow erosion of your spirit through deception is a far greater burden to bear. When the truth brings comfort, allow it to enhance your gratitude for a partner who embraces honesty and loyalty, even in moments of vulnerability. It is essential to recognize that you are worthy of a relationship founded on authentic connection, not mere appearances or expectations. You deserve a partner whose inebriated self reflects her sober self, merely more at ease and receptive. It is essential to have someone whose inner thoughts and emotions are in harmony with their outward behavior towards you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever engaged in a dialogue with an inebriated partner that unveiled a truth that transformed everything? There is no necessity to divulge specifics. Simply remind others that they are not solitary in facing uncomfortable realities during moments of vulnerability. Thank you for your attention. Keep in mind that while the truth may cause short-term discomfort, falsehoods inflict lasting pain. Your future self will appreciate the strength it takes to pursue understanding, even when that understanding arises from challenging discussions and uncomfortable truths.